On this episode of the Infowars News, John McCain says Senator Ron Paul doesn't have any influence in the Senate. U.S. Navy strikes group moves towards Korean Peninsula, and a 6-year-old girl are among victims of honor crimes. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of April the 10th, 2017. This is the first article today, and it's article written by the Daily Caller. The title is called McCain. Ron Paul doesn't have any real influence in the Senate. Underneath it says, don't pay any attention to what Senator Ron Paul says. Punk. What a prick. Senator John McCain dismissed Ron Paul's yesterday during a CNN appearance, referring to Rand Paul. McCain told Wolf Blitz he doesn't have any real influence in the U.S. Senate. McCain said, I don't pay any attention to what Senator Paul says. This comes as he's being a critic of President Trump's order to strike on Syria without congressional approval, but called the move illegal and unconstitutional. McCain supports the strikes and supports further action in Syria as well, saying that the strikes were a beginning. And I'm not sure if this is even gonna play. No, they're not gonna play it. There used to be a video here, and I'm not sure where it went. But to y'all truthfulness, for him to say that, it's kind of crazy. I mean, he doesn't realize that basically he just killed several birds with one stone. One, he pretty much got them to shut up about him calling a Russian agent, which I heard when I was in Florida. I'm like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, which is complete BS. Two, he showed China that basically we're not Obama, because technically you won't get this little monkey under control. We'll control it for you. And he also told Iran, look, we're not gonna keep this. We're just gonna keep it. We ain't playing around. I am a president of action, not of words, and I will do as I please. And every neocon saying basically, oh, he did the right thing. He's the president of the United States. No, he's not. He just pretty much just strategically just shut y'all up in one fell swoop, and even though a lot of space are pretty pissed off about it, I'm like, you have to do it. You have to do it because basically you cannot just let these monkeys say what you accuse you of something that you're not. And I think he did pretty good here, in other words, but you get the idea, right, folks? Moving on to our second update. It's like written by, well, I don't know who wrote it, but oh, there we are. Adine Ali addresses Adriz Ali. Sorry about it if I put your name wrong. The title is called U.S. Navy strike group to move towards Korean Peninsula, of U.S. official says. And you can see there's like a nice little video here of showing the U.S. carrier right there. A U.S. Navy strike group will be coming towards the Western Pacific Ocean near the Korean Peninsula as a show of force, which is preferable to a use of force. A U.S. official told Reuters on Saturday, as concerns grow about North Korea's advancing weapons program. Earlier this month, North Korea tested a liquid-fueled Scud missile which only traveled a fraction of its range. This strike group, called Carl Vinson, includes an aircraft carrier and will make its way from Singapore toward the Korean Peninsula, according to an official who was not authorized to speak to the media and requested anonymity. We feel the increased presence is necessary, the official said, citing North Korea's worrisome behavior. You can see the aircraft carrier here too, folks. The news was first reported by Reuters. In a statement last Saturday, the U.S. Navy's Third Fleet said that the strike group had been directed to sail north, but it did not specifically specify the destination. The military vessel will operate in the western Pacific rather than making previous planned port visits to Australia, it added. This year, North Korean officials, including the leader Kim Jong-un, have reported intention and intracontinental Blitz missile tests or something similar could be coming, possibly as soon as April 15th, the 105th birthday of the North Korea's founding president, and celebrated annually as the Day of the Sun. And I'm just going to stop right there, but you see, however, thanks to the efforts of Donald J. Trump, that has been averted. Now China's massing on their border. You see how fast that Trump works? I mean, man, that guy's good. Oh, and by the way, this story was linked to from Infowars.com. Sorry about that. I have to clear that up. But enough about that. Here's another story that was also linked from Infowars.com. Not to mention, it's also the last article we'll be reading today, folks. The title is called Reveal: Girl Age 6 Among Victims of Honor Crime in London. It was written by David Churchill, and it was from the Evening Standard. Children younger than 10 are among hundreds of suspected forced marriage and honor crime victims in London. The tally in police statistics obtained by the Standard paints a detailed picture of the scale of so-called honor crimes, or honor killings as I like to call them, in the capital, the range of violence, influence, and the backgrounds of victims of their abusers. It can be revealed that reports of honor violence soars more than 40% over the past 5 years, with 1,081 made to Scotland Yards. Those findings to forced marriages doubling in the same period, with 367 in total. Savages. Women and children overwhelmingly formed the majority of reported victims, with more than half coming from Asian backgrounds. Oh, that's not good. Dozens of rapes and other sexual crimes were reported, as well as knives and guns being involved in more than 70 incidents. Oh my God, man. It is, I'll just keep reading. It is vital when victims do speak out, they get proper help from support groups and from the police to keep them safe, which they're pretty much not. That's not going to actually happen. I'm sorry if I say that. This Detective Chief Inspector Sam Fuckler and the Met Community Safety Unit said the crimes stem from communities using cultural or religious justification for male against female and girls and other people, often based on traditions. Traditions? You mean like how the Muslims are doing this? I bet this is all Muslim too, because nobody isn't saying that this is just some crazy crap, but I mean, the Muslims are pretty much a part of this, and that's all I can say. It has to be. It's gotta be. And I bet you anything Muslims are a part of this. I mean, I know they have to be, because basically this would only be happening in their culture, because basically, they do actually support that kind of stuff, if you actually know what I mean here. But enough about that. That's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the links below, or go to Infowars.com, or PlaysPad.com. They can find hundreds of articles I have read for you today. This is the Infowars Newsbits. I'm Info Gundam. I'm from Female number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.